this dumbbell base with a special 1.5 rep tempo where we spend twice as much time in the weakest or most difficult portion of the exercise to simulate new gains, burn more fat, and also really make lighter loads go a longer way, make lightweight feel heavy. So built-in warm-up as always, we're gonna do a heels elevated squat setup. You can either use a couple weight plates to elevate your heels on, some low box steps, the edge of an inclined bench or a slant board, which I'll be using. What this is gonna do is it's gonna put more stress in the quads. It's gonna allow you to get kind of deeper than you would otherwise because you kind of bypass restrictions on mobility of the ankle and the hip. It's just a nice variation to work in. You can also use a closer stance which gets more quads. If it bothers you, just start with body weight only. Don't front load with dumbbells or a kettlebell. Actually, dumbbells, we're using dumbbells. Or just do it on the floor in a normal squat stance with your feet about shoulder width apart. So we get locked in here. I'm gonna get set on my slant board. I'm gonna get tall up top. I'm front loading also because it really lets me get that counterbalance so I can sit taller and deeper. So slowly in control, go all the way down, come up just halfway, back down, all the way up. So that's the 1.5 rep, all the way down. Stay tall, come up halfway using the quads and glutes to lift you, come all the way back down, back up, all right? And you keep repeating that pattern for time. It's gonna be challenging, but your quads and glutes are gonna love you. Go half of what you normally use in terms of load. If you use 50s, go 25s. Again, always start light. You can always bump it up from workout to workout or round to round. From there, 1.5 rep reverse grip push-ups. You're gonna set the dumbbells up on the ground about shoulder width apart. We're gonna go reverse grip, which is gonna really give you a unique stretch into the chest. So we finish right here, but again, 1.5 rep tempo. If it's too challenging, elevate the dumbbells onto a box or bench. I'll show that option after I show the regular option. You could also do it on the knees, but I'd like you to do the straight-legged if possible. We get set up here, I get to the top position, and then from there, block the feet together, squeeze the legs together. I'm gonna go all the way down, keep my forearms vertical, come up just halfway, back down, all the way up. All the way down, up halfway, back down, all the way up. Now here's that option on the bench. Again, you can also just go body weight with it, reverse grip it, and then all the way down, up halfway, back down, all the way up. So that's gonna really get the chest, the core, triceps, anterior shoulders. From there, we're going 1.5 rep T-stance bench row. You'll do half the set on the left leg, other half of the set on the right leg, but both arms are working the whole set. Great way to just hammer, glute ham, the entire posterior chain and backside, and get a little more balance and stability. So set up so that when you reach that back leg straight back, the toe kicks on the bench, you assume kind of that T position, flat back, head in line with spine. I roll all the way up until the arms form 90-degree angles, come down halfway, back up, all the way down. All the way up, halfway down, back up, all the way down, and then again halfway, now switch sides, and man, whole backside is gonna get destroyed. A pair of 10 to 25 pound dumbbells is gonna be plenty for this workout, trust me, all right? From there, we're going staggered hip hinges, one arm. You're gonna go contralaterally loaded on that. And on this, by the way, same set the entire side before switching. So we get the dumbbell set here. We're holding in the opposite hand to that contralateral load, gets more lateral hip musculature. Back of the hand here to make sure that you keep the slight natural arc in your lower back. Staggered position as much as needed so the dumbbell doesn't hit your thighs. You get full range at the top. But from there, push your butt back as if closing a car door. You get right to that good flat back position. I love the anterior shoulder and chest stretch of this, by the way, with a hand placement. I come up just halfway, back down, all the way up, kind of rounding the upper back slightly at the top and squeezing the glutes to really get that maximum activation. So stretch it all the way down, up right there, back down, all the way back up. Keep that shoulder active, don't let it roll forward. Pack it, keep tension in that rear delt the whole time. One thing to look at from the side, please. So all the way down is kind of just around the ankle, halfway is right about the knee. So you can kind of use those as targets as you do the motion, all right? Both sides. Biceps curl. You can do this feet blocked together or just a split stance, doesn't matter which side you split, we're not really working the legs, but just to give you some clearance so that the weights don't hit your legs based on the size of the dumbbells and the overall weight. So what I'm gonna do is get set like this. I'm gonna come all the way up Underhand grip the whole time. Squeeze, lower halfway down to the point where the arms are flexed at 90 degrees. Come back up, lower in control. That's 1 rep. All the way up, halfway down, back up, down. All right, keep repeating that pattern, and it's gonna really teach you how to get stronger in that top half portion. A lot of good, pump and tension in those muscles, good mind-muscle connection, get some good arms going. Final movement is, do this on each side, a front foot elevated 1.5 split squat. We're elevating the front foot to get more motion through the knee and hip. We're loosening quads harder, also extend range of motion, bigger stretch for the glutes and hips. Love this option, and we're gonna load it ipsilaterally. So if you're having your left leg do the work, it's the forward leg, left arm is holding, that's gonna make your inner hip thigh and lower quad musculature work harder. Offhand can be like this, so stay tall, lower all the way down until that back knee is just above the floor, hovering or kissing the ground. Come up halfway, back down, all the way up. Spending twice as much time in that bottom portion where it's most challenging. So much time under tension, so much work, balance and stability, and very little spinal stress and knee stress. It's all about longevity. So you need to use a sand dune stepper. All our equipment is at GardnerGames.com if you're interested. Any low box step, phone book, encyclopedia, weight plates, and you can gradually build up the elevation to make it harder while using the same weight as well. It's a great workout. Get after it.